Hello everyone, this is PK Entertainment and we are back again, and I'm going to talk about tennis and the Australian Open, the women's final between Naomi Osaka and Jennifer Brady, and the overall result. Very many congratulations to Naomi Osaka in winning her 4th overall Grand Slam. She defeated Jennifer Brady in 2 sets, 6-4, 6-3, and what I think overall was a pretty much of a decent, maybe error-strewn final. I think a pressure got to a lot of both players, really, particularly Jennifer Brady. We have to remember she's only young, she's 25, and this is her first Grand Slam final. So I think you could see that was very evident in the match overall, particularly I think the first set. Naomi Osaka, she went ahead. I think she got 3-1 up in the set, and it seems like she was very much in cruise control, and then she made a couple of errors and then allowed Jennifer Brady to get back into the match, and then it kind of stayed a bit competitive throughout the rest of the first set. But I think that was due again to a lot of errors being made, particularly with Jennifer Brady. There were many times when she was up close up to the net and she would hit the ball out, or she would hit the ball into the net unnecessarily. So many unforced errors, I think, from Jennifer Brady. Again, like I said, this was her first time appearance, and I think that was primarily the reason for many of the errors that we saw of her game. And once again, it goes down to being there before, winning previous Grand Slams, and I think that's what told in the end. Naomi Osaka, as we all know, she's won previous Grand Slams herself. Really, she's still very much a youngster, of course, but she's been there, she's done it before. So I think when we got to the pressure points and the tighter stages throughout the match, that's when the experience of winning these slams or being involved in these finals really came through, and that's what I think happened with Naomi Osaka. So she went through winning the first set, and in the second set Brady just really dropped off. Osaka just raced away to a 4-love lead, and the final really was kind of petering out. This is of course when crowds were allowed back in. I think they had around about, was it 50% capacity at least, following the recent lockdown, and yeah, it just seemed that it was going to peter away. And then I think maybe the pressure got to Osaka a bit, and Brady came back to win a couple of games, but then Osaka eventually saw it through. So yeah, not a great final, I would say. A bit of competitiveness in the first set, but Osaka kind of ran away with it in the second. So overall, as I mentioned at the start of this video, it results now in Naomi, that's her 4th Grand Slam now, I believe. Now she's won 2 US Opens and she's won 2 Australian Opens. So I'm not sure in terms of the rankings. I don't know if it means she will go back to the number 1 spot, but what it does mean, without question, that Naomi Osaka is potentially the next big superstar within women's tennis. I've mentioned this in previous videos that yes, Serena of course is the legend, the greatest of all time, but eventually there has to be a new superstar that's going to carry the sport forward and become the dominant force within the game. And many people are now going to look to Naomi Osaka now. 4th Grand Slam, she's young, she's seemingly at the peak of her game now. She has defeated Serena a couple of times this tournament alone. She came through a very good battle against Muguruza early on within this tournament as well. So she is the real deal now. There's no doubt about it. This is not a flash in the pan. I don't think this is going to be a player that's going to go away, where we've seen so many other players where they win a couple of Grand Slams and then they kind of fade away into the distance. I believe now this is now the real deal. So the next 1 or 2 years are going to be very crucial as to whether Naomi Osaka can go on and really just make her own imposing mark, as we will essentially see Serena eventually depart the game. I think eventually we need to see Osaka coming through, and then hopefully that will then spearhead other players, whether it's Ashley Barty, Bianca Andreescu, even Jennifer Brady. Maybe Jennifer Brady can come back and build on this performance and come through, and we can get an elite group again of women players all at the top of the game, all able to defeat and compete against each other. I think that's the ideal scenario for this sport. So congratulations to Naomi Osaka again, her 4th Grand Slam now. Very good performance overall, and we will see what happens to her in the French Open and Wimbledon as well, before we go ahead to the US Open as well. So not a fantastic final, but I think again Naomi Osaka is very popular amongst fans, and I think they do want to see her become the next big dominant superstar within the sport, and we will see eventually if that happens. So those are my quick thoughts and overall really on the Women's Australian Open 2021 final. Congratulations once again to Naomi Osaka, winning her 4th Slam and her 2nd Australian Open overall. Let me know what you think in the comments below. What do you think now about Naomi Osaka? Can she go ahead and dominate the game? How many slams can she win? She's on 4 now. Can she go on to win 5, 6, 7? Can she become double digits and win 10 slams and beyond? It certainly is within the realms of the possibility. Can she go on and continue success both at the French and Wimbledon Grand Slams as well later this year? So that's it for now, really. Please hit and like those subscribe and like and notification buttons and help me grow and provide more content for you in the long run. But that's it for now. Take care of yourselves. On a well-deserved 4th Grand Slam victory and 2nd Australian Open for Naomi Osaka. That's it for now. Take care of yourselves, and I will see you very, very soon.